team like Kyrie and KD. Or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s. But no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Part 5, man. Part Jason Kidd, part Donovan McNabb, part what's some other 5s, y'all? I don't know. I always get stuck. I feel like I always can name a couple, and then I just have brain farts. I can't think. Part. I don't know, man. We got Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, Courtship of Rivals Basketball Part 5. Let's get to it, man. We're not about to do too much talking. We're about to get straight to it. So I hope y'all been enjoying the documentary so far. I know I have. We've gotten through 4 of them. We gotten through 51 minutes. So we done been through a lot. We've been through a lot, but we still got about a half hour left. So we got about 2 more videos. So it'll be part 5 of this one, then we'll do 1 more, which so the finale will be part 6. So again, I hope y'all been enjoying it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. I got a lot more stuff, you know, in the vault. I was up till about 4 a.m. last night, just writing down different videos to react to, and I got a whole list of so much stuff to go to. So it's an exciting time, man. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all want to get in tune with all those. Y'all want to see all those. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like it. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Just write with y'all how y'all feel about this rivalry, man. I think this is one of the top rivalries of all time. This Magic Johnson and Larry Bird thing. It's definitely one of the best. I know it's like the Jordan and Isaiah type rivalry, but I don't really think that there's no rivalry that comes close to this. Like especially like their time in the 80s, like they were 1 and 2 easily. Easily they were, so I don't think there's a rivalry that comes close to this, but let's get to it, man. We got Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, A Courtship of Rivals Basketball Part 5. Let's get it.
But the significance of their rivalry and their relationship was still just taking hold.
You crazy. I said, you crazy. I'm not shooting no commercial with Larry.
Oh.
So I said, okay, what, we're going to shoot it in L.A.?
I would never went to L.A. to film it.
Well, where are we going to shoot it?
If you want to shoot a commercial, come to my house.
That's something I love about Larry Bird, because I feel like any other person would have been like, ooh, Los Angeles, like, yeah, let's get to Los Angeles and be with the Hollywood stars and let's get this commercial done. Larry Bird like, hey, I don't care about none of that. If y'all not coming to French Lick, I don't want to do the commercial. Like, I don't care about Los Angeles. I don't care about Hollywood. I don't care about the stars, the Hollywood stars. Like, none of that. I don't care. I'm from French Lick, Indiana. I'm from the Midwest. We come in here to do this commercial. I like that about Larry Bird, man.
I was like, oh no.
You from the Midwest, bro. Don't act like that, Magic.
One stoplight. And I thought Lansing was small. I think the plan was, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm trying to get up out of here. My plan was that.
Even after Converse had convinced Magic and Bird to film a sneaker ad together in the summer of '85, a question remained. How would the two hated rivals on the court get along off of it?
I don't know how he's going to react. I don't know how I'm going to react. We didn't even shake hands, so how are we going to do a commercial together?
The ad was to be filmed at the home Bird had built for his mom. It featured a full-length basketball court, the day's first location.
Fire.
So they say, okay, you're playing one-on-one, and I'm looking at Larry, and he's looking at me like, is this real? Are we playing? Because, you know, this is Magic and Bird.
I could just hear Larry, you know, starting in on, well, you bring it to the basket, I'm going to send it 30 rows up.
So the guy was like, no, not like that. A fun game. We were both like, oh, okay. Like, like you can see this relief coming over both of our faces.
That brief détente led to the next stage, dialogue.
We sat down next to each other. How was your summer? Oh, it's going good. How was yours? It's going great. said, man, it's a nice spread you got.
And he's asked me, is this where you play? I said, yeah, I play here if it's not windy. If it's raining or windy, I go to the gym. But this is where I do all my work.
I see that tractor. You work on the tractor? I said, man, I work on this tractor every day. Larry Bird work on the tractor? He said, yeah.
It's just them two walking and talking, and every once in a while they'd stop and one of them would say something, and then they'd start laughing.
Then they said, okay, break, it's lunch break time. I was going to my trailer. He said, no, my mother has prepared lunch for us up at the house.
Oh, that's dope.
We went up to the house and we sat down there and we talked. And my mom, my brothers thought the world of him.
His mother was so nice, making sure I had enough to eat. I just saw my mother. It was crazy.
He charmed her. You can see it. But that's magic. He makes everybody feel welcome and warm, and he's a con man.
And while magic charmed Georgia Bird, it was someone else who intrigued her son.
He met Irvin at lunch.
Irvin was a good dude. I like Irvin a lot better than Magic.
I was just so happy to finally be Irvin with him.
All right, so if y'all know, what's the difference? What's the difference between Irvin Johnson and Magic Johnson? They said Irvin Johnson was the guy that was kind of off the court, and Magic was the guy on the court. But why do y'all think that Irvin was just this lovable guy, but nobody really liked Magic? What y'all think about that?
Because Magic was like, I don't know if I want to get to know this guy. But Irvin got a chance to talk about family. I grew up. We just became two relaxed guys, just talking.
That day was great. It was a great day. Beautiful day.
Still, for Bird, ever the competitor, that's all it was. Just one day.
Magic thinks the next year, okay, well now we're great friends, so, after the game, we're going to go out, we're going to have a beer, and Larry's like, no, you're right. I know you better. You're a good guy, but I still don't want anything to do with you.
He's a happy-go-lucky guy. If me and him got to be really good friends, to go out on the court, he could still play the same game. I couldn't. That's just the way it is.
I was going to say that too. Like, I feel like no matter how close they got, or how close Magic wanted them to get, Bird always had this shield. Bird had this shield, was like, I cannot get this close to this guy because, like you say, he's a con man. Like, he wants to get you all warmed up and all, like, quote unquote soft. Like, just get this real, just calm demeanor around him, just so he can just attack you. And he can still play that same way with that smile. I know this doesn't have anything to do with Jordan, but they said Jordan used to do the same thing in a way. He's trying to, warm up his team, warm up his opponents, warm up the other team, kind of be all nice to him, and then attack him. So I'm pretty sure Larry Bird wouldn't let Jordan or Magic Johnson get too close to him for that exact reason. Because he's like, I know what they're about.
But when the ad hit the airwaves, for others, the perception changed.
I saw those limousines going through the cornfields, and I said, no, they didn't sell themselves out.
Converse made a pair of Bird shoes for last year's MVP. Yep. But they made a pair of Magic shoes for this year's MVP. Okay, Magic, show me what you got.
Well, this is really a business thing.
The Bird shoe, the Magic shoe.
And maybe that's where the business thing started to get bigger and began to trump who they both really were.
It polarized the whole idea of lunch bucket versus Hollywood, white versus black. Just cemented all the differences between them.
Kids weren't wearing black gym shoes because they didn't want to be associated with the Larry Bird camp. You wore your white Converse.
That's crazy.
The basketball rivals had morphed into cultural warriors, and race, more than ever, had become an unavoidable part of the conversation. But nothing about Bird and Magic had ever been as simple as black and white.
One of the big reasons this rivalry became so emblematic of so many things is because it was an easy dichotomy for people to understand. But it's crazy to simplify it as saying white people like Bird and black people like Magic because 13% of the country is black. But it wasn't like 87% of basketball fans preferred the Celtics.
Who's your favorite basketball player? Magic Johnson. Who's your favorite movie star? Eddie Murphy. Pino, all you ever talk about is nigga this and nigga that. and all your favorite people are so-called niggas.
It's different. Magic, Eddie, Prince are not niggas. I mean, they're not black. I mean, let me explain myself.
Has the N-word ever been used by a white person to describe Irvin? I doubt it.
But as Magic enjoyed his image as a crossover star, it was Bird, the one-time great white hope, who had further emerged as the polarizing racial figure, due in part to that era's increasingly conservative political climate.
The rolling back institutionally of the achievements of the civil rights movement were going on apace from about 1975 on. But the triumph of the movement that rolled it back took place in the 1980s. And I think there was people who were very aware in the black community of what was going on. And I think there was a lot of sublimated frustration. And I think one of the ways it got sublimated was into basketball. And I think Larry, through no fault of his own, was the receptacle within which the lingering resentments somehow flowed.
And after Bird led the Celtics to the championship in 1986, his third in the pros, winning his third straight MVP award in the process, the resentment grew.
I always felt that the press was biased in favor of Larry Bird.
What y'all think? Was the press biased? It's hard to. It's for me. I'm on the outside looking in. I could be wrong, but it's hard to say that the media was biased when he won 3 straight MVPs. Like it's hard to say that. It's hard to say that they were biased when he won 3 straight MVPs. I don't know. What y'all think? Do y'all think he won those MVPs because they were biased? Like that had something to do with him winning it? Or, did he really deserve them? Because right here they're kind of saying that it was a little biasness going on. The media was kind of up in Larry Bird a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know.
It always felt to me like they were going to make Larry the hero. You'd see somebody score, and Larry would be in a cast in a suit on the bench, and they'd say, Larry Bird made that possible a couple weeks ago when he told that guy he could do it, and he just did it. They gonna get his motherfucker the assist, and he not in the game?
We have a white guy who's the best in the world. It's predominantly a black sport now. And you got a guy like Larry Bird who can't run, who can't jump, but can do everything out there.
That don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean anything to me. It never has. I don't know why. I mean, am I doing something wrong here?
Bird may have sought to avoid the conversation entirely, but the more he won, the less he could escape it.
The infamous steal. The infamous steal.
In 1987, after Boston beat the Detroit Pistons to advance to the finals for the 4th straight year, Pistons rookie Dennis Rodman called Bird overrated because he was white. His teammate Isaiah Thomas then chimed in with some thoughts of his own.
I think Larry is a very, very good basketball player. I think he's an exceptional talent. But I'd have to agree with Rodman. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy.
They hate it.
I can remember.
They hate it, man. I don't know, man. I feel like Isaiah has a history of hating. He used to hate on Michael Jordan. He used to hate on Larry Bird. So I wouldn't take this personal. It's just Isaiah being Isaiah. Hey, this is the reason why he wasn't on the Dream Team, man.
In the locker room, I think it was Jack McMullen came up to me and said, Isaiah just said boom, 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 boom. And I go, so?
He didn't care. He didn't care. Everybody else around him cared very deeply in the days and weeks as it turned out ahead.
I mean, the media made it out like it was something, but it didn't matter to me.
I think what it is it's not that he didn't care. He just knew that his basketball game would do the talking for him. So it's like, why? There's no need for me to talk. There's no need for me to, come up with an article or interview and respond, because y'all still gotta play me. So when we play y'all again, we gonna see if I'm just an average player. We gonna see how good I really am. So with that mindset, with that, I'm gonna play y'all again. There's no need to say nothing. So I'm pretty sure that's the approach that Larry Bird had.
Well, Isaiah or Dennis Rodman said, and it still don't. It has no bearing what I do in my life.
He doesn't see race. He really doesn't. And he could have. This guy grew up poor, white, in southern Indiana. Southern Indiana, the home, by the way, of the modern Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, word?
How he managed not to be affected by the cultural milieu that he grew up in is, I think, a miracle. To me, it's inexplicable.
When I was in about 6th or 7th grade, I couldn't wait till school to be over because I knew over on the courts, the waiters from the hotel would be over there. They were black, older, and they let me play. You know, I always looked at that as I got an opportunity to play against a black man, and they treated me good. I couldn't wait to play against the best, and at that time, they were the best.
And in 1987, as Bird vied with Magic to be the best, the flap over Isaiah Thomas's racially fueled remarks forced Bird to address his least favorite topic at the worst possible time.
I had to go to a press conference when I was in LA trying to get ready to play the Lakers and tell people I didn't care, this don't bother me.
The main thing is if the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us.
From playing all year trying to get back to the finals and play against Magic, this was a distraction.
Bird was facing off against Magic for the third time in 4 years, and if their relationship had softened, the determination to beat each other had not.
Third time in 4 years, they was battling.
As Game 4 proved, the level of competition between them was higher than ever.
Bird played awesome down the stretch of that game.
Trailing 2-1 in the series, the Celtics were down by 1 point in the final minute of the game. But Larry Bird wouldn't be easily vanquished.
Bird gang, where y'all at? Write something in the comments, Bird gang.
7 seconds left, though. The Lakers still had life.
Are they up 1?
3 years earlier in the '84 finals, Magic had flubbed a similar situation. But this was a different Magic. One with a whole new bag of tricks.
My man switched to Kareem, and Kevin McHale jumped out to me. And as soon as I saw Kevin, I said, oh, I'm taking him.
Hezzy.
You know, Magic puts it on the floor, a couple head and shoulder fakes, and he raised up in the air. And there was nobody that was going to get that shot.
He learned from Kareem. He learned from Kareem, man.
I remember after they called timeout thinking, there's still a shot here. Celtics may still win this game.
Well, they set up a great play. Bird walked Worthy all the way up, forced the denial all the way up.
Ooh, good play.
He's done it before. Clear everybody out, go to the ball, break to the corner.
Great play.
He caught it here, and as he caught it, all he had to do was turn. And just turned, and he just let this thing go.
Got a wide open look, couldn't believe it.
And I'm standing right there, it is straight as an arrow.
Dead on.
They were lucky because it was right on line.
He looked at me like, how did you ever leave me that wide open?
And he wasn't that wide open. He was a little too open for Bird.
The Lakers won the series.
Changed the whole series.
The Lakers won the series in 6. And in the aftermath of a year in which Magic had won his first MVP, the rivalry suddenly took on a new tone.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know. Unbelievable.
Damn.
I was shocked that he said it.
Y'all see how he just was feeling about Magic? He was almost at a loss of words. He was almost like, I don't even know, like, what else to even say. Like, he's more than just a great player. I think that was kind of the first time where he kind of realized, he was like, okay, Magic is like on the same level as me. Like, as far as, you know, there's a lot of other players in the league, but Magic is different. I think that's kind of when he realized that. But that's where I'm going to end this video at, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. We got one more part left. We got an hour and 4, so the next video is going to be about 23 minutes long. So it's going to be a little long. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I really enjoyed this one. This had a lot of stuff in it that I didn't know. So this was a good one. So I appreciate y'all watching like always. Part 6 will be coming in the next couple days. So turn them post notifications on. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't. Like this video if y'all like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments. What the videos y'all want me to react to. And some stuff that y'all got from this that I probably didn't talk about or I might have talked over. Write that down, because there's a couple of times people say I talked over stuff. I be trying, man. I be trying not to talk over, but hey, I be feeling like I have something to say, and I got a short-term memory too. So if I don't say it, I feel like I'm gonna forget it. So I might talk over some stuff sometimes just so I can make sure I get it out. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.